So we are a representative of the University of Bari, in particular of the Department of Bioscience, Biotechnology and Biopharmaceutics. Actually here we are telling you the story of our last project, which involved, basically the idea was to try to give back value to sheep wool, which is now considered as a special waste and has to be managed as a special waste, which impose expenditure costs for the breeders, for the sheep breeders. And in this case, we would like to give back value to this resource with new approaches. Starting from this project, actually, we had the opportunity to explore which could be the main and the most promising application of wool in a new optic. And so basically there is the most common one, it's not new as an idea, is to use wool as a textile fiber, but still you can rethink completely the process, how you use sheep wool in the textile industry, because for example we have a collaboration with a startup, a Apulian startup, who had the idea to work a lot on the traceability of the entire process, so they can guarantee the traceability of the raw material. They work on the using natural dyeing products derived from vegetables to dye, and so to have colored products, so you can have textile clothes that are made by wool, but they are colored using natural dyes. And also they can assure you that this wool has been produced in farms that follow the organic rules, and also they assure you that animals were reared under systems that guarantee the welfare of the animals. So you buy this kind of product, you as a consumer really have in your hands the ability to change a system, a producing system, and to really contribute to rural development, to conservation of animal biodiversity, to reduce
income for the farmer.
Income from the farmer, so which means that the farmers stay in this place and continue to take care of some areas where otherwise you have no more people settling there. And also you obviously you create a product that reduces the impact, the environmental impact of the textile industry, because you reduce the use of chemical dyes. So this is one of the aspects. Then this is the more traditional one. Then you have one which is a little bit more innovative but still well established around the world, which is the use of wool as an insulator for building and constructions. You can have a lot of experimentation in this field, because at the moment you have mainly kind of mattresses that you use as an insulator, but we had some exchange with the construction sector. These kind of products are very, let's say, but they are easy to obtain, but the main challenge is that they are not so fitting in the ordinary construction techniques.
So what are the challenges for this?
So in this case, the main challenge is a technological one, is to try to give to this mattress a self-structure so that it can be somehow rigid. So you don't need to fix it with some additional materials, or you don't need to use chemicals. It's like automatically self-sustainable in the place where you have to put. This is one of the aspects. Then you have a lot of work to do with all the compliance with the, let's say, the
certification,
regulation, certification. In this project, we actually had a small experimentation which aimed to evaluate the possibility to use wool in the, the nursery, plant nursery sector, because in this case they use plastic derived textile that are used as a mulching to avoid the growing of grasses that we don't want to grow in the pots, and then also they use it a little bit as a to avoid the evaporation of water. But mainly the main reason for why they use this kind of mulching material is to avoid the growing of grasses, because otherwise you have to manually remove it, and it's obviously a cost for the nursery plant. So what we did, we put wool on the top of the pots. We selected to use as a species a tree species because it stays longer in the nursery, so you can really appreciate even economically the advantage of this material. And we selected as a species Punica granatum, pomegranate apple, pomegranate, I think. And this is because it's a typical Mediterranean tree. So in this case, we wanted really to appreciate how much this wool can allow to save water. So to help this kind of sector to save water. So basically the experimentation lasted 1.5 years, and we had incredible results. The nursery that was giving us the possibility to perform this experimentation was very happy. He proposed us at the end to continue the experimentation and to made it also on other species, other trees, because actually what we get, first, we don't have any grass growing in the pot where you put wool. So you have a very good activity against grasses. Second, wool during the night is able to absorb the humidity that is in the air during the night time, and during the morning time in summertime, then you have this humidity that is going to be evaporated, and then it cools down the temperature of the soil, which is good for the plant. And then you use you normally have to water the plant, but if you put wool on the top, then you can halve the watering necessity of the plants. So actually you can save money because you don't need employees that go there to remove the air. You don't need chemical compound to avoid grasses to grow because some of them use chemical compounds. You have a plant that grow better because the soil is in a better temperature condition, and then you save water. One of the, I would say, the major challenge that you have in this field for any kind of downstream valorization of this raw material is actually the very first, one of the first steps, and is the most limiting, is the washing. Because right now, I would say that wool washing has been industrialized, but actually thinking how to transform into an industrial process what exactly was the manual process that people did for centuries. We think that today we are in the good position. There are so many expertise that probably have nothing to do with wool, but they could help us to rethink how washing is conceived. As a researcher, we don't have, I would say, the right ability to give to this device a commercial future, a commercial opportunity. So what we would like to do is to find someone who can be interested and can really appreciate the potentiality of this application, and then can really, I would say, as an entrepreneurship, give to this application a follow-up and then allow it to become feasible.